Greeting to all sales and marketing professionals, today is your lucky day. I am indeed happy to be given the opportunity to present this selling book promo on behalf of CTM Joseph NG. Before saying another word, may I introduce myself as Madam Sophia, the virtual assistant to the author CTM Joseph. This book's promo, 7 Steps to Achieve Great Selling Excellence, is only for a limited period. Believe me, what you are about to view is a highly interesting and useful reference selling book written and crafted by CTM Joseph NG. This promotion is done by doodling and video presentation. Hope you order this book early before it is out of OO. Below are the details. Alright.
Chapter 2. Why qualify suspects for your ideal customers. Quote, "No matter how daunting that must be, there is a way to get crowds eager to make use of your offer and even refer it further outside. The answer is suspecting." By Jakub Lazicki. New sales leads have as much shelf life as fresh fish in your refrigerator. They start to go off within a few days. Literally so in the direction of your competitors. Yet a study we commissioned suggests that 45% of industrial sales leads are never followed up, including ones that might have brought major sales. Likewise, in consumer marketing and retailing, sales leads are constantly neglected. In fact, the problem is overwhelmingly more acute in retailing than it is in industrial marketing. A survey showed that 68% of shoppers, who had bought once from a department store but never bought again, had not gone back, and for one reason only. Nobody had ever asked them to. The store had been sitting on a gold mine of potential new sales, and declining to exploit it. All they had to do was go to their first-time purchasers and say, "Please come back." When did you last receive a postal or telephone invitation to return to a store? I know, they don't have your address or telephone number. But why don't they? Sales organization will perish in time, without a fresh supply of new business to top up the old. So why do we habitually throw that new business away? To stop the outflow of customers, we need to perform the job of doing smart suspecting or targeting of future customers. Yes. For the same reason, do allow me to launch this book on selling by highlighting the first crystal stage of selling, which is suspecting, or targeting. For starters, you ask, what is exactly suspecting? To answer your question, it simply means that you as a sales professional, you must have some ideas or impressions of who would be your future customer. Briefly, they are people who are likely can buy your products or services. To search for good suspects, you must do creative targeting of your future customer. It entails you using the shotgun approach rather than rifle style to shift them appropriately. At this stage of selling, we require a wider approach strategy. In short, we need to cast a wider net, so to speak. This helps us to have a better range of picking and choosing. Yes, in reality, the first stage of the selling process. You must know and apply the MAN concept. To elaborate, the initial M means money. A refers to authority, and N can be defined as need. Do allow me to explain why M for money in MAN technique is an essential element at the start of the selling process. Unless and until your suspect has the ability to own your goods or services, your sales transactions will face serious problems. To be more clear, payment does not mean cash alone but other modes of payment such charging into his or her credit card or obtain a bank loan. Be forewarned at this stage, just don't write offer would-be customers because of the dressing or behavior. Believe me, you will never know that this person may have a healthy cash balance in his or her bank account. The saying goes true. Don't judge a book by its cover. Alright. Next, let's talk more on the other initial, A, that is authority. This refers to the person who has the power to say yes or no to the item you hope to sell to the would-be buyer. Commonly known as the decision maker or decider. Make no mistakes, there are other people that can sometime overturn the verdict of the so-called decider. Such individual is called influencer, which may the spouse, their children or friends. Furthermore, don't be surprised if the other important initial in stands for need in the MAN concept. And is another crystal factor in the buying decision. Trust me, the in factor sometimes can make or break you to be an excellent professional salesperson. This need factor is one area which can reduce your use of pressure selling on your part. You don't do hard sell if the prospect does not have a genuine need. Agree or not? Frankly, if you can first relate what features and benefits your products or services can serve the prospect need, then the path to a sale is sell honesty. If done well, the sales race is easily won even at the starting line. While in the process of undertaking your suspecting work, always be diligent in looking out for any individual that he or she has the genuine need for what you are selling. It saves time, money and effort. Therefore, in your personal interactions with the publics, at social or official functions, be ready to apply the MA in ideas and concepts when mingling with your contacts. In the context of real estate selling, if you meet a married couple who has many children, plus still staying in the same old house in spite of the extra kids, then you causally find out how they are living in the same small old house. There may a good chance the father or mother may be a client. On the other hand, just don't jump the gun and start selling how good you are in doing your sales work. In truth, it's not wise to instantly sell the suspect. But think for a moment, he or she may have another sales rep already at hand. However, all the same to have his or her contacts for future reference. A word of caution here must be mentioned. Our prospective suspects or target customers' sales personnel are beset on all sides by every conceivable uttering. Because they are howling in details, options and choices. Some the suspect or targets are in no hurry to make up their minds. With markets changing and contracting, the amount non-discretionary funds the suspect have available has shrunken and they are more cautious today than they have ever had to be in the past. To end this chapter, do read these important paragraphs below. Summary: therefore, it's critical to wrap up this chapter on why you must properly qualify your suspects to get good paying customer. It lies in the three initials of MAN. Believe me, when these guidelines are used well, there is a great chance you, the salesperson, does save time, money and effort to raise your sales career to a greater height. Not to sound like a broken record, it is wise to re-examine the essences of the key letters of MAN. The M in man is that the prospect must have the money or finance to own your product or services. Then we have the letter A in man is the authority to approve the purchase, and lastly the N in man is the prospect who have a need or have a reason to buy your product or service. Now you a better grasp of the MAN concept. Yes. Conclusion: in conclusion, you must convince yourself the importance of the initials of MAN, where M is for money, A for authority, and N stands for need. Don't be shell-shocked that this concept really works. It did for me, so will you. Please, for a moment, you should not doubt the MAN concept does actually work in your favor. Especially if you are new in the selling profession. Remember the wise words of Confucius, the Chinese sage. The journey of 1,000 miles begin with the first step. This is a chapter is indeed an important step. Trust me. Having said and done, be reminded that it must be faithfully practiced anywhere and anytime in selling. Preferably when you are in the midst of doing your suspecting work on any individuals in the marketplace, day or night. Need I say more? I guess not. Then in the meantime, happy selling to you and the products and services you are selling. By the way, may I congratulate you for successfully reading this first chapter. Then, shall we leap over to next chapter? Why wait? End of chapter 2.